Yo, what's going on? My name is Langston 2092, and normally on this channel, I talk about gentrification. I talk about it. I don't show you, different areas in Charlotte. I just talk about it. So in this particular video, I'm just gonna show you, certain areas in Charlotte where it has definitely been gentrified. And right now we're about to get off of Remont Road. I'm gonna take you through this housing community called Brook Hill. What used to be Brook Hill. Then after that, I'm gonna take you down to Wilkinson Boulevard, swing through Freedom Drive. After that, we're gonna go to the historic West End, Betty's Ford, come on down, Johnson C. Smith, and then we're gonna wrap it up. All right. So we're getting off of the exit 8, off for 77. It's Remont Road. And this area, I've been here for a couple of years, so I've seen, the gentrification of South Boulevard and South Tryon. And it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I gotta put it to you like that. It's just ridiculous on how quick gentrification can happen, how quick, they could destroy homes and displace families instead of, basically trying to, assist them. They kick them out. So you see on the right and the left-hand side that some of these houses are boarded up. Some of these people, there's still some people that live here. But I mean, sooner than later, they're gonna bulldoze all of this down. That plain and simple. So this is on the other side is South Tryon, and then on the other side of that, once you go further down Remont, you got South Boulevard. All of this whole area has been revamped. You understand? It's gentrified. This is kind of like the last of the Mohicans. You know what I'm saying? Across the street from here, you have some more apartments and stuff, but they're about to take that over. As you can see, the big trash can there. They're about to come through here and obliterate all of these homes. And all of these families are going to be displaced. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to go where, wherever they can be able to afford, to stay. Section 8, wherever someone accepts Section 8. Most of these families will probably move out of the city limits of Charlotte. They'll probably move into places like Gastonia, where it's a lot more cheaper to stay instead of Charlotte. So as you can see, you see what they're doing. So these are these townhomes that they're building right here. And they're going to probably put townhomes, houses, and condominiums all in that area that we just left. They're doing that all down South Boulevard. On the left-hand side, you see these are fully developed townhomes. From what I see, most of them are not for rent. Most of them are for sale. This place is called Tremont Square. And I think I saw one for like $300,000 or something like that for sale. So just think about that. You know what I'm saying? You've been living here, born and raised all your life, in this area prior to all of this here, right? You laughing, you playing, you going to school in the area, whatever. This is all you know. And then all of a sudden, boom, they tear down your house, you know what I'm saying? And they put up these, and then they, tell you, well, they pretty much force you out. You don't have no choice, so you leave, and then they put these things back up, and you're saying to yourself, oh man, this is gonna be a better neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? They putting sidewalks up, and, in some cases, like, for example, Midtown, where Cherry is at, the historic black community, they put up a Target, a Trader Joe's, all of these nice stores, and you're like, wow, they're gonna redo the area. So then you come back, and then you're like, oh snap, I can't even afford to live here. And this is a prime example of what, the new term for racism is called classism. It's a war between the have and the have-nots. That plain and simple. There's a new war, and the new war is called classism. And they try to erase racism and hide it and call it classism. So right here, West Boulevard, they're gonna take this too. So right now, like West Boulevard, right going up to the right, you have South End, you have East Boulevard, all that area is nice. You have Freedom Park, but then to the left, where the Bojangles is at, going straight down, you know what I'm saying? That's when it gets hood. But trust me, they're gonna take that area over. It's 3 major streets that kind of run into, especially West Boulevard, that runs into Uptown, that they're gonna take. It's West Boulevard, that's Freedom Drive, the Wilkinson Boulevard, well actually 4, Wilkinson Boulevard, and Betty's Ford. All 4 of those streets lead to Uptown. So those streets of prime locations, because you know they could run the Lynx train through any one of those streets. Right now they have the Lynx train that they just opened up in the Betty's Ford area. It starts from Johnson C. Smith and works itself all the way down to, across Independence Boulevard, all the way into Plaza Midwood. Prime locations, you understand? And all 4 of those streets is black neighborhoods, all in that area. You know, West Boulevard, Wilkinson Boulevard, Freedom Drive, Betty's Ford. You know, all that area is, charlatans, please correct me if I'm wrong, is West Charlotte. They're gonna take that over. And then another thing too is 3, except with the exception of Betty's Ford. All 3 of those streets, Freedom Drive, West Boulevard, and Wilkinson Boulevard, lead to the airport. And they're in the makings of actually building adding on to the Lynx train from Uptown to the airport. They have a whole new, I forgot the name of it, that they're building, that's like right next to Johnson and Wales University, Culinary College, a school. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna take you down Wilkinson Boulevard, and then we're gonna hit Freedom Drive, and then we're gonna work ourselves down from Betty's Ford to all the way down into to Uptown, and then we're gonna wrap it up. All right. So just left South Boulevard, and we're about to get on 277 right here. Now, watch how convenient it is from Wilkinson Boulevard and Freedom Drive to get up to Uptown. Like 277 like blends into Wilkinson Boulevard, and this is the reason why this area, West Charlotte, is a prime location for them to gentrify the area. Because like I said before, all of these streets, Wilkinson Boulevard, Freedom Drive, Betty's Ford, and West Boulevard, is accessible, you know what I'm saying, to Uptown area. And at one point in time, I've done a little history on Charlotte. At one point in time in the Uptown area, it was an area where you can shop, you know what I'm saying, buy clothes, sneakers, shoes, and all of that stuff, way back in the days. And that's what they're gonna do now. That's what they're in the process of doing now. They're making it so that Uptown is gonna be a place, it's a one-stop shop, you know what I'm saying? You can party, you can club, you can bar, you go to the bars, bar hop. So you see here, so this is the split right here, Freedom Drive to the right, and then Wilkinson Boulevard straight. I already knew that this area is gonna be gentrified because of the fact that you see this black spot right here? We're about to cross it. There was a big ass bump. Everybody knows that's from, Charlotte, that lived over here, or, frequently comes over here. On the left hand side, you got Blackstone, the gun range. On the right hand side, you see right here, look, the Bryant Apartments. That used to not be there. That's been there for about 2 years. So you see how they're slowly but surely pushing out, you know what I'm saying, towards the airport. Now, Wilkinson Boulevard is not fully gentrified, you know what I'm saying? You still have, like, further up the street, you have, hood stores, the Walmart, basically the same thing, Walmart, where every hood, strip mall consists of. You got Walmart, you got Wingstop right here on the right, this gray building. It's a gentleman's club right here. It's called Fantasy Lounge. But you have Walmart, Uh, Rainbow, I think City Trends, that's fashion for life. You got Wingstop. What else? Just the basic hood stuff, all in that area. And then you have like a black community like further up, up Wilkinson Boulevard. It's like a whole black area, right? But now like some of the communities are kind of like mixed. So what happens in gentrification is, the very beginning or the inception or genesis of gentrification is when you see the diversity in the neighborhoods, and then eventually the diversity leads to them taking it over. So what I'm gonna do is once this light turns green, I'm gonna make a right here at Berry Hill, and I'm gonna show you that this new community, they just built right dab in the middle of Wilkinson Boulevard right here, and then, or like in the middle, or rather in between Wilkinson Boulevard and Freedom Drive. So on the left-hand side is like the black community. You go further in, make this left, it's black community. You know what I'm saying? And watch it change. Watch on the right-hand side what you see. So boom, all of these houses right here, brand new. This whole community here is probably, I'd say about 2 years old, 3 years old. Go ahead, man. Go. And this is not Section 8. This is not affordable housing. This is in order to play. In other words, in order to live here, you're gonna have to pay. And then, like I said, this community is fairly new. It's probably about 2-3 years old. And this is stuck in between Wilkinson Boulevard and Freedom Drive. So we're gonna go all the way down here. Hopefully I'm going the right way. I think. I think I'm going the right way. So we're gonna come out on Freedom Drive, and then I'm gonna show you another area where they're gentrifying. They gentrified Freedom Drive, and they're slowly but surely pushing out towards the airport. Now look at this. See, they left the hood store. You see that? That goes to show that this was the hood at one point in time. Look at the hood store. That's eventually going to get taken over. So we're going to make this right here. And further up Wilkinson Boulevard and Freedom Drive, they have new apartment homes, condos and everything. So, but for the most part, it's still not fully gentrified. Wilkinson and Freedom Drive, that is. See? Look how accessible it is from uptown. Oh, they're going to take this. It's just a done deal. Look. See it? I'm more than sure, they were talking, they're in the talks about it right now as we speak, as far as putting a light rail up. So it's either gonna go down Wilkinson Boulevard, Freedom Drive, or West Boulevard, and it's gonna connect from uptown all the way to the airport. So I'm gonna take you right here. These are like new. And once again, these apartments are not this area is not, they don't accept Section 8, it's not affordable housing or nothing, none of that. So it's Wesley Village right here on the left-hand side. A lot of millennials stay in this area. A lot. You understand? I'm just gonna go through it real quick. I'm not gonna go through the whole joint. I'm just gonna make a U-turn, or you know what I'm saying? But this is on Freedom Drive. Go ahead, lady. All right, forget you then. I don't know how much these apartments are going for, but being that it's in a prime location, is minutes away from uptown and South End. South End is what they're doing to South End now is it's becoming like a place where you can chill at. It's restaurants in that area. They have the vintage arcade over there. like games like Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man and Galaga and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So right here, we're gonna come back out, but you see these townhomes right here? None of this stuff is like affordable, housing, affordable living. You have the money, you can stay here. If you don't, it's a wrap. And it's messed up, man, that, people are taken out of their home and displaced, taken away from their area, their community, and displaced. And when they want to come back to, possibly live in the same community or area that they were originally living, and they can't. They can't do it because they can't afford it. That's messed up. So for you all that actually want to move here and look at Charlotte and say, oh man, this Charlotte is wonderful. It's so beautiful and it's new, it's this and it's that. It's not so much that it's new. Let me wipe this off. Oh, that's the front part. It's not so much that it's new. It's just that they gentrified the area. They bulldozed all of the projects. Like, there's absolutely no projects in Charlotte. None. You got the hood, but that's about to be taken over because Tuckasegee is like right up the street. And they're slowly but surely like taking that over. Like, y'all gotta understand, these areas that I'm taking you to, it used to be like all black. And now it's not. You understand? Now it's not. So these joints are called Terrence Towns, I think. Come on, man. Hold on, let me back up. Let me go in there. Good and goddamn well, you got to pay some money to live in here. I should have just, should have done the math first. In other words, I should have actually looked these places up to see just how much it costs to live here. You know what I'm saying? So they're okay. So it's new. So there's just a few people that are living in these townhomes, and these townhomes are kind of like, I don't even know what you would call them, condos. I don't know. I know they're not studio joints, but it looks like it's like 3 floors. Come on, man. And they're not renting this out. These are not for rent. These are actually for sale. That's a fact. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take you all over to the historic West End. That's where Betty's Ford is at, Betty's Ford Road. And I'm gonna take you through Betty's Ford Road, and we're gonna go through Johnson C. Smith. You're gonna I'm gonna show you the Gold Line, which is the new Lynx train that they have going down there. And like I said before, I think I said this earlier. If not, the Gold Line, it goes from Johnson C. Smith. It starts from Johnson C. Smith, HBCU College University, and it stops. It crosses. It goes down. It goes into Uptown. It goes across. It goes straight through Johnson Wales University. It's a culinary school, and then it goes to Uptown. It has several stops, but I'm just just kind of like giving you some landmarks. It goes to Uptown, around where the Charlotte Hornets are at, and the big hub for the public buses, and then it goes up to Presbyterian Hospital, and it makes that left and crosses over East Independence Boulevard, and then it stops like around Plaza Midwood, like right off of Central Avenue. I'm not gonna say Plaza Midwood because that's further up. So it stops like right. You could actually get off of the Gold Line Lynx train and walk all the way into walk all the way up to Central Avenue. And that particular train, the Gold Line, it runs from 6, if I'm not mistaken, 6 in the morning to 2 a.m. So, that's another area, like at Central Avenue, that's another area where a lot of millennials are at. You have to have money. There's no Section 8, there's no affordable housing or anything like that. You definitely need to have money to stay over there. And there's bars, there's restaurants, you know what I'm saying? And, it's where you party at. So look how they're linking the communities together, So I'm going to take you, like I said, we're going to go through all of that, with the exception of like going, to the Gold Line all the way down, you know what I'm saying, to Central Avenue. But I'm going to take you through the historic West End, Betty's Ford Road, Johnson C. You're going to see Johnson C. Smith and all of that stuff. And then after that, we're going to wrap it up. All right. So we're off of Betty's Ford. We're on Betty's Ford. This is the, University Park shopping area. You got Tops China. You got Food Lion. This is the heart of West End. This is what they call the hood. The place that I was telling you about, the area that I was telling you about, where they're gonna extend the light rail from the uptown area to the airport, it's called Gateway Station. Gateway Station is going to be a hub for it's going to be like the hub for the public buses, as well as the new Amtrak station. So look that up. If you don't believe me, check it out. It's called Gateway Station. They're in the process of building it right now. Okay, so as you can see, this is the hood, but it's slowly but surely being gentrified. Like, take for example, you have Chase Bank right here. This is brand new. They haven't even opened this up. And the thing of it is as far as dealing with Chase Bank, I've never seen a Chase Bank in a hood, ever. So this is a sign to me, in my opinion, that they're about to take this over. This is about to be gentrified. And right now, when you make these turns, like if I were to keep straight, you know what I'm saying, or go back, back the other way, off of the street that I just left, there's diversity in the neighborhoods now. You understand? So everybody living off of Betty's Ford now. Whereas at one point in time, this was all black, black-owned businesses. Correct me, charlatans, if I'm wrong, but this is not only the heart of the West End, but the heart of Brooklyn, an area where black people thrived. They had their own barbershops, beauty salons, and just like a smaller version of Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as well as in Durham, North Carolina. People don't even realize that there was a Black Wall Street in Durham, North Carolina as well. So you have right here on the right-hand side, Northwest School of the Arts. These are a lot of historic landmarks in this area. You got the Alexa Club that's right up the street. This is newly built right here on the left-hand side. The police department, I'll say this has been here for about 2-3 years. So they haven't fully gentrified it from going up the opposite way that we're going. But as we're going into Betty's Ford towards, we are on Betty's Ford, but towards uptown, you'll see just how things are changing. So this is a historic Washington Heights. We're about to pass over Brookshire Boulevard, and that can take you straight into uptown. Well, in all actuality, Brookshire Boulevard runs you straight into 277. So if I make a left right here where these cars are making a left at, I can get on Brookshire Boulevard right there, and I can get off of Brookshire Boulevard because it runs across 77. So, and 77 leads you to Highway 85. This is the Gold Line right here on the left-hand side, the Lynx train. They just opened this last week. See the white. I'm not trying to be funny, but this is new to see white people on this side of town. It really is, and I'm not being racist. I'm just being real. But here we go. That's signs of what? Boys and girls. Starts with a G. But okay, so this is Johnson C. Smith University, HBCU. And we're about to, not this light, but the next light, right? On the right-hand side, you see where that tractor is? What? Mechanics and Farmers Bank, that's a black-owned bank right there. So right here, sidewalk closed and all that area right there, there used to be a bunch of homeless people all in that area. They tore all of that up. See what I'm saying? You make this right here on West 5th Street. You make this right here. It's newly built houses. It's crazy. Bettisford is not Bettisford anymore. Right here on the left-hand side, you still got the Hood store. And it used to be like a bunch of homeless people over the left-hand side over there. They're just slowly but surely taking over. Right-hand side right here, this is part of Johnson C. Smith. I think these are the dorms, but these are newly built. I don't know who funded that. I don't know what organization. Now, all I know is Johnson C. Smith got some money, and they built this. Left-hand side, you got murals of Billie Holiday, Bob Marley, Prince. Now watch this. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? If you make a left or a right on any street that's off of Bettisford, it's diverse. You have condos, either you have condos, apartments, newly houses, or whatever. Watch this. We cutting around this corner. See? Look how accessible it is. Look how accessible it is to Uptown. They've been wanting this area for the longest, and they got it. They got it. Yo, they even redid Bojangles. Bojangles didn't look like that when I first got here. You know what I'm saying? Listen, the reason why I know my shit like that is because I was when I got here, it was just about to be, it was just changing over. Look how accessible it is. Look at that. You see this right here? I'm about to turn and get on, whatchamacallit. See this right here? The sidewalk right here? That didn't even exist. That's crazy, man. I'm about to get on 77. See? Look how accessible it is. They've been wanting this area and they got it. Once they put that Gateway Station, and Gateway Station is going to be, okay, so if you go further down, if you go under 77, if I would have kept straight, right, and go past Johnson and Wales University, right, the culinary school, once you go like a little further up, right, like it's kind of gonna be in between the Ramir Park, not in between Ramir Park, but right, you can make a right and get to Ramir Park and the Charlotte Knights baseball team. It's gonna be like right dead in that area, and they're gonna have condos, apartment homes, retail, offices, rental spaces, the Amtrak station, new Amtrak station, Greyhound bus station, new Greyhound bus station, and a hub for the public buses, the CAT system, and the Lynx train that's going to extend from Gateway Station to the airport. They are not playing. They are not playing. So this is real gentrification. You know, and like I said before, and I say it again, I'm about to get out of here. You know, normally, you know, I talk about gentrification, and that's all I do. You know, is talk about it. But as you can see, now this is just a portion of Charlotte. It's going on everywhere. You understand? East Charlotte is about to be taken over. You know, right now, the Hispanics run it. And I'm not trying to be racist or nothing like that. If you go down Central Avenue and Shamrock Road and all of that area, you know, Albemarle and all that area, you know what I'm saying? Eastway Drive, all in that area, you know, the Hispanics run that. I mean, it's black people in there, and then you got, you know, little pockets of Caucasians, but for the most part, Hispanics run that area, you know, but they're about to take that over. And basically, you know, all the Charlotteans, the people that were born and raised here, all of the people that were on Section 8 and affordable housing, and people such as myself that may not be able to afford $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, to stay in the uptown area, or like with that's whatever the areas or communities that surround the uptown area are gonna be pushed out. So what my pockets can afford is South Charlotte right about now. Like Still Creek is affordable for me, and that's why I recommend Still Creek, because it's, as of now, middle class. To my understanding, they don't accept Section 8 or affordable housing, no affordable housing in that area or anything. Ballantyne is a no-go. South Park is a no-go. You have to definitely have some money. Sharon Road, I mean, man, please forget about it. But for the most part, if you're looking for somewhere to live and you have a family or whatever, and you make a decent amount of money, and you can afford anywhere between $1,500 to $2,200 a month, I say, Still Creek is decent, and they're definitely building apartments and townhomes, and that, all in Rivergate, in between Rivergate and Breadwick, they're just building, back to back to back, all going towards Still Creek, South Tryon, from uptown going up, they're building as well. What else? I just don't want to leave anything out. So mostly everybody that can't afford to live in Charlotte city limits, they're living in places like Rock Hill, Fort Mill, Gastonia, Kannapolis, and some of Concord. I mean, to live in Concord and out in the boondocks, yeah, but like living around, NASCAR, the racetrack, and all of that stuff, Concord Mills, you're gonna be paying a little something. Pretty much it's a nightmare that's coming true. It hasn't came true yet, but it's coming true, and that is Charlotte's definitely is like basically gonna be like Atlanta. They're already calling Charlotte the sister city of Atlanta. So, hey man, it is what it is. They're turning Charlotte into a utopia, where it's gonna be hardly any crime, and it's gonna be family orientated. And with that being said, in order for you to live here, you're gonna have to pay. That plain and simple. If you can afford to play, the game, then you're good. But if you can't, you're gonna be pushed out. And it's just that plain and simple. So, hey man, hopefully I helped you all out. Other than that, man, I'm about to go home and eat me something. It's Labor Day. I was gonna cook out, but it kind of looked like it's gonna rain, so I don't know, man. I'm gonna get into something. Other than that, y'all take it easy. My name is Links2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely share this video.